Hello, old friend, it's good to see you again. Seems like it's been a long time. A few things have changed, but you still look the same. And I'm glad to see that you're doing fine.
So Chris had come to my house to do some work on one of our air conditioning units. He's an air conditioning contractor, and had heard me playing the guitar inside. I was just strumming around, and he mentioned a song he'd been writing, and I said, "Really?" I said, "Okay, well, play it for me."
Yeah, and I thought so. He popped in the CD into his truck CD player, and I just sang the thing, and he leaned outside of his truck and kind of, "Are you ready for this?" And I thought, "What in the world for?"
What does that mean?
And he said, "This is going to be big." That was 5 years ago, five and a half years ago, and I was a little bit taken back. So that was the last I saw Mark for a couple of years. It was pretty. It was actually a big shot in the arm for me because not having any experience, it was a motivator to say, "Well, that touched somebody's heart." So then kept moving forward and
I had mentioned to you at the time that I had owned a recording studio at one time, and I was involved in the music business. That if you ever needed just some advice or whatever, just feel free to give me a call. Not thinking that
here we are.
That many years later that we would be sitting here together discussing a music project that we put together. Chris had asked me, "Well, would you be interested in singing 'Say I Will'?" And I said, "Sure. I'll give it a shot." And kind of started working on how I would present it, rendition of it, actually changing a couple chords that kind of mattered, and we discussed the project more in depth and
cleaned up the lyrics and
we began recording.
If time stood still, would we come from the past to stand in the gap once again? If time stood still, could we make freedom last? Are we the only ones to say I will? We will never pass this way again.
What better way to complement this project and the message of this project than to add probably the greatest patriotic song of our generation, "God Bless the USA" by Lee Greenwood. And it was
unbelievable. I thought, what a perfect centerpiece for the project because it ties the beginning and the end together with a positive message about America.
And what a great song.
Yeah,
what a great song.
And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
So at that point, we had 5 songs. They were arranged, they were produced, and we were getting ready to go into post-production. And there became an issue with one of the writers, and it kind of set us back because we had already produced and arranged the song. But it also prompted a conversation between Chris and I that from here on out, we should just write our own songs, and that's what we did.
Yeah. And it prompted Silent Sounds of Freedom and gave us more time to work on Freedom's Bank and give it a little more detail and fix that up.
And it really turned out to be a good thing.
Very good.
So Silent Sounds of Freedom. This is a song that came about as a result of us losing this song. And Chris had sent me essentially a poem and started looking it over, sat at the piano, started removing words, writing lyrics, put music to it, and the result was the song Silent Sounds of Freedom.
The silent sound of freedom, like a soldier's last salute to the takers of the oath who would give their absolute. The silent sound of freedom, as the mist rolls across the land, it honors with a whisper those whose blood stained the sand. The silent sound of freedom, like a soldier's last salute to the takers of the oath
the song is essentially about how our veterans give their absolute, and that leads us to the final song on the album, which is Freedom's Bank, A Soldier's Prayer. And this song came about, again, Chris had written a poem. He had sent it to me about a month or so prior to me actually sitting down and starting to actually write the music, edit the lyrics, write some lyrics, and put it together. And this is a song that's about, it's essentially a bird's eye view of a soldier's procession, a fallen soldier's procession at Arlington National Cemetery. Correct?
Freedom's Bank is where I rest. I kept my oath, I gave my best. This stone that marks my resting place will show my name, but not my face. Remember here these words I speak. This soldier's soul I pray you keep. For now you lay me down to sleep. My country's soul I pray you keep. For now you lay me down to sleep. My country's soul I pray you keep. The silent sound of freedom, like a soldier's last salute to the takers of the oath who would give their absolute. The silent sound of freedom as the mist rolls across the land. It honors with a whisper those whose blood stained the sand.